Hi, Bella Flavor and Co. from AriesFireAstrology.com. I want to make a video about Uranus today in synastry. Um, so this is gonna be for like dating, married, sort of romantic things going on, not so much other things. Um, I'm gonna talk about all 5 major aspects. Not go into deep details about each specific one, but in general, I'll give you a good idea of what it's about. So um, first of all, the major part of this video is going to be on the 3 hard aspects, which is like when you say you have a Uranus, inner aspects going on, like a situation with a person. The conjunction, square, opposition is what makes this happen. And you also need Saturn to stabilize this. Otherwise, it's not going to be a, a stable thing or a forever kind of thing. It can be with these hard aspects if you have enough of other things going on, like marriage indicators like Saturn, or some planets in the houses in synastry or something, especially Saturn too, and Jupiter. So if you don't know how to figure this out, you can get on my website and pay for a service for me to look at any synastry comparison of you and anyone anytime throughout your life, and whatever person you're interested in at the moment, or if you're married or dating, I can look at your synastry charts and see and figure out what, if you have aspects or whatever, if you have this kind of situation going on. So, each, planet in a zodiac sign is 30 degrees from 0 to 30. So you can have like the major 3 aspects. You can have them like, if, your Uranus is Aries at 15 degrees and someone else's personal planet, or ascendant, or one of the personal planets especially. This is for, can be the other, it can be Jupiter, Saturn, or the angle houses too, the other 3. But 1, 4, 7, and 10 are the angle houses, but especially the ascendant or the 5 person planets: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So that can be an aspect, or it can be out of sign aspect, which is a little bit more advanced. If you don't know anything about that, you could ask me. The An out of sign aspect is gonna be like when, like, if your Aries, your Uranus, or one of the personal planets is in Aries at like 29 degrees, and then a conjunction would be like if Taurus was at 1 degree. That's conjunction. These hard aspects, the 3 aspects I'm talking about now, make this Uranus situation going on. It's like up to 8 degrees, 7, or 0 to 7 or 8 or whatever. It's not going to be so much an orb more than that. Like if you're Uranus something Aries, or one of the personal planets, and the other person's Uranus or personal planets is in Taurus, but it's different degrees than what I said, like at 29 degrees, and then Taurus is at 29 degrees. That's not going to be a conjunction or anything. That's gonna just be a minor aspect, and that doesn't make this happen. So if these are the modalities, like on the cross here, this set of, that's mutable, this is fixed, and this is cardinal. So within these four zodiac signs is the hard aspects across from each other. Aries and Libra, or Capricorn and Cancer, is opposite. Cancer and Aries, or Cancer and Libra, is square, or Capricorn and Libra is square. Opposition obviously is Libra and Aries and Capricorn and Cancer, or like these. So if you okay, so first of all, Uranus is rebellion and disruption and electricity and off and on things going on, and travel and long distance, and it's planet that gets you out of a rut of something, some routine. It's a planet of non-routine things happening. Uranus doesn't like routines. It gets bored and it wants to get out of routines. So it disrupts things, and it's like in synastry especially, it's electricity and fireworks, like magnetic attraction and excitement, every time you see the person, and it takes one aspect for Uranus situation to be happening. And like I said, you can have Saturn or whatever, Jupiter, and the other marriage and indicators, and have a long-term relationship with someone like this with Uranus aspects. But if it's just Uranus and no Saturn or no Jupiter, no other, marriage indicators or whatever, this is gonna get you out of a rut of something, and can be off and on. It can be 7 years. It's happened to people before, so yeah. And or it could be a year. It could be 5 months. It can be on 5 months, off 5 months, or if it's something where Saturn helps you actually get together too with this. It can be where it's not necessarily gonna be specifically on and off, maybe, but it'll be one is traveling a lot, or well, yeah, traveling, so you don't see them every single day of the week, or the month or a year, whatever. So I want to say also, whenever you have a certain kind of job, you're a business person or some other kind of traveling job, Uranus is the planet that's going to help you have a relationship with such a job. Uranus isn't gonna be oh, in my studying and astrology and my job, whatever, I noticed some people they make these videos, and which is cool, everybody has their own video on it, or their own perspective, or not that it's going to be some completely different thing, because Uranus is what it is, but each astrologer has their little research they've done, so then they explain it a certain way. So what I want to get across in my video is that whenever you have a busy schedule, and it's you think you have no time for dating or whatever, or being in a married situation, Uranus isn't happening because you have no time for it. Uranus is the planet that helps you have such situations, and that it can make it work out. Like, it's not that Uranus is like gonna make you like, it is the planet of, off and on things or travel or long distance. But these situations, whether you know about astrology or not, whenever you have this kind of situation going on about these, on and off things, that's not that you can't have a relationship. It's that Uranus is helping you have the relationship by making it off and on or long distance or traveling or, you know, um, whatever. Those kind of situations. Uranus actually helps you have the relationship then. When you have, these on and off things going on or long distance. So I want to get that point across to you. Whenever you think you have no time for something, Uranus is the planet that's going to help you have time for it, because that is what it is. That and especially with Saturn, if you have that, it's gonna make it so you can have that. So your long distance thing that you have with someone, or the traveling, even if you live together and the one travels a lot or something, Uranus is going to help you be able to keep the relationship by having it, on and off, whatever. With Saturn too, like I said, because whenever you have these inner aspects with Uranus and one of the personal planets or whatever, it can get, well, yeah, Uranus can make it exciting, and then, like, get you out of routines or out of rut or something. But then whenever you get in the routine of something and you have these inner aspects with Uranus and the personal planets, Uranus is going to help you make it exciting again, and like keep it going, keep it, like fun or whatever. So let me see. What else did I want to say? Before I explain some planets and what actually happens, yeah. So like I was saying, yeah, it's gonna be exciting electricity. Whenever you see the person again, it's gonna be like a feeling of, these like butterflies in your stomach. It's gonna like make it feel new again or whatever. And so yeah. Okay. So first of all, with the personal planets and Uranus, if I forget something I wanted to add, I'll put it in the description, because I might, who knows, do that sometimes. So with the sun, and especially if you have this going two ways, can make it even more so Uranian. But it only takes one aspect one way for it to be, a Uranus situation going on. So the sun, if you have that aspect, and like I said, within 7-8 degrees, no more than that. Don't look at any more than that farther apart, because it's not going to make it so much of a, a Uranian thing going on. So with the sun, that's your identity and your goals and your career. So especially this can like if you have one aspect with Uranus and the Sun square or opposition or conjunction, the Uranus person usually is the one to affect the personal planet person, but it can go the other way also. It can go both ways or one or the other. And like I said, for any of the five aspects, it's usually the Uranus person affecting the personal planet person, but it definitely can go both ways. So anyway, the Sun is going to be about your career. It's going to be about what Uranus is in the first place, sparks between you and, excitement, whatever, each time you see each other. But for the Sun inner aspects, it's going to be about your career. It can be about changes in your career. It can be about getting you out of the rut of the same old routines in your career and making some new exciting change that is better for you or more pay or something you wanted to do, that you're interested in. Uranus can encourage the Sun to, go for it and, try something, new. And it can be like your romantic partner can be your business partner too, also in this contact, but doesn't have to necessarily be. And so I'm not going to go into much more detail about each one because I want to talk about several, but anyway, that's just basic thing what the Sun can be about. Then the Moon is your emotions, so the Moon wants to stay stable, wants to stay the same. So when you have Uranus inner aspects, Uranus is going to get you out of routines of, like your emotions staying the same. It's not going to stay the same with the Uranus person. You're going to have ups and downs with your emotions maybe, or stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, it can be in a good way too, maybe emotional instability, if you whatever, I don't know. Trying to think of an example, but anyway, yeah. So Mercury is about communicating and your skills and your friendships. So it can get you out of a rut of your same old way of communicating with someone. It can make you wanna communicate better or more or whatever with someone, your friends. It can get you out of a routine of something going on with them, new friends or a group of people, and the skills can make you, the Uranus person, or the other way around too, can get you interested in learning something new, or um doing something your skills, anything to do with that, or um your job, something about your job, the skills you need for the job you have, if there's some different kinds of things about your job, that different kinds of skills you need. It can, if you're only doing one or whatever, it can, Uranus person can, inspire you to, do the other thing too, whatever. About Venus, it's about love, romantic things, going on. So it can get you out of a rut of, the same old kind of like people you go for, or like or the situation you're in. It can get you out stuck, or unstuck from it, like whatever. I mean, get you some kind of a like different kind of thing going on for your life, like that, like a different, this person can get you out of the situation you're in with the old person, so you're getting on the right track of what your life is supposed to be like then, and especially if this person is in your life forever, that old relationship could have been one that's not right for you, whatever. Mars is about sex and fighting, and so it's going to be a lot of sparks with Uranus and Mars, but there can be a lot of fighting too. It can be, like all of a sudden just like outbursts of, whenever you as everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden the Uranus person or the Mars person says something, ticks the other person off, and then they have a big place about something. Um, so anyway, that's that. Let me see. If there's anything I'm trying to remember. I think that pretty much covers it. For the hard aspects, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like Uranus is there to get you out of the rut of something. It's gonna be the kind of relationship that is exciting and feels new each time you're around the person. And like I said, it can be for years. It can be off and on, or it can just be like a traveling kind of situation where when you have Uranus interaspects, the traveling, the Uranus part of the relationship, when it gets bored with the person, the traveling and then the seeing the person again, that's what saves the relationship. It's because otherwise it'd just be boring, and then it would be over, But that seeing the person again, Uranus, the butterflies in the stomach, and exciting. And also, like like I said, it's getting you out of routine. So maybe when you have this, you travel with a person sometimes, like go on exciting trips, fun trips, or um and Uranus is like the spur of the moment kind of a thing, like not planning things, it's exciting and travel, and like just at the moment, like you're in your routines, and then you're with the Uranus person, and all of a sudden one of you comes up with this idea to go across the country today, or for the week, and sightsee, or if you had something you always wanted to do in that country, or whatever. That's what Uranus is for, to get you out of your routines, and just go do something exciting, and travel, and so yeah, that's that. I think that pretty much covers that part of it. But so the sextile and the trine, those are the two easy aspects. Those are the aspects where it's not going to be like the Uranus um situation of like being unstable, like the like a trine to Venus or something is going to be like the Venus person will be really interested in the Uranus person, and like it'll be like a quick relating to the person, like in a not so much of an unstable way, but it's gonna be, you know, sparks and, you know, butterflies and stuff still, but it's gonna be like more of a stable thing going on. It's where like you won't need Saturn quite as much with these two easy aspects. Now I'm forgetting a few things I wanted to say about that, but maybe if I can put it in the description or something. Um, but definitely these two aspects are, like I said, the ones that where you don't need as much Saturn going on, you know, to keep it stable. These are the more stable, harmonious aspects to have with Uranus. So um, definitely, like I was saying, like Uranus square Mars, that could be a lot of fighting. If you have a temper or something in your own life, in your own birth chart, like Uranus square Mars, and then you have like Uranus trine Mars or something, or sextile, that can tone that down a little bit, and you can have them related to each other, where it's, you know, not so Marsy, you know, fighting and stuff. Or to Venus, or trine to Venus or something. You know, it's gonna be really like a harmonious, you know, like easy relating to each other, and you know, really like quick, you know, like relating to each other, getting in a relationship, especially if they're Saturn, you know, and it can be like really, you know, like a fun, like a romantic kind of thing, like a friendship kind of thing going on with that aspect, like especially, you know, the trine or whatever, Venus or something, can be where you, yeah, you just, you really like being around the person. It's not going to be so much of a like a square attention, you know, off and on, like when it's those hard aspects. So anyway, the sextile and the trine aren't going to be the same as the hard aspects. So yeah, this video is mainly, I wanted to make it about the hard aspects. So anyway, like I said, if there's anything I forgot, I'll put it in the description or something. So anyway, like I said, my website is ariesfireastrology.com if you have any questions about inner aspects. So yeah, I hope you like this video and comment on it if you feel like it. So yeah, stay tuned for a lot more videos from me coming up.